reported another record surge of coronavirus infections on Monday, adding 28,701 new cases over the previous 24 hours. Authorities in several cities are reinstating strict lockdowns after attempting to loosen things up to revive an ailing economy. The new cases raised the national total to 878,254. The health ministry also reported another 500 deaths in the past 24 hours, taking total fatalities up to 23,174. New Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Bangalore, and Pune are among the key Indian cities witnessing a surge in infections. Mexico surpassed Italy in the number of COVID-19 deaths and has become the world's fourth deadliest nation. According to data released by the Health Ministry on Monday, this rose by 276 to 35,006. Cases rose by 4,482 to 299,750. Over the last 2 weeks, total deaths in Mexico also overtook Spain and France as Latin America increasingly became a hotspot for the pandemic. Mexico's deputy health minister, who's leading the country's response to the virus, has said the disease's impact in Mexico has been exacerbated by inequality and an overabundance of processed foods, which have contributed to illnesses that make COVID-19 even more deadly. South America reimposed a nationwide curfew on Monday, while Spain's Catalonia region forced hundreds of thousands of residents back into lockdown as COVID-19 cases accelerated in many parts of the world. According to accounts based on official figures, in just 1.5 months, the number of cases worldwide has doubled. South African president said that his country faced a coronavirus storm that was far fierce and more destructive than anything known before, as he reimposed a nighttime curfew and also a ban on alcohol sales lifted barely 6 weeks ago. The government of Spain's Catalonia region told residents in and around the northeastern town of Lerida to go back into home confinement. According to a tally from Johns Hopkins University, the United States, the country hardest hit by the coronavirus pandemic, on Monday recorded 59,747 new cases over the last 24 hours. The number of cases in the U.S. has rocketed in recent weeks, hitting a record of 66,528 in 24 hours on Saturday. The Baltimore-based university said in its latest data on Monday, the country has now registered a total of over 3 million infections. The death toll stood at 135,171, with 442 additional deaths accounted. 2 U.S. Marine bases in Japan's Okinawa has been put into lockdown after dozens of coronavirus infections. There are tens of thousands of U.S. servicemen stationed on the southern Japanese island, which has recorded roughly 150 civilian COVID-19 infections. Government spokesman said on Monday that 62 cases have been detected in recent days in U.S. forces, most of them at U.S. Marine Corps Air Station Futenma and Camp Hudson. Sydney residents were warned Monday to put the brakes on gatherings as a new COVID-19 cluster emerged at a city pub on the heels of a major outbreak in Melbourne. 3 restaurants in Sydney and its surrounds were closed after being linked to outbreaks or failing to comply with social distancing requirements, while other events were under investigation, with Australia on edge over a resurgence of the virus. The new cluster emerged after Melbourne entered a 6-week lockdown on Thursday, and surrounding Victoria State was sealed off from the rest of the country in an effort to contain the virus. Authorities reported 177 new infections in and around Melbourne Monday, marking a week of triple-digit increase. The Philippines has reported its biggest daily jump in coronavirus deaths, warning of a risk of further fatalities and infections after the easing of lockdown restrictions. The health ministry official on Monday reported 162 new deaths, which is also the biggest single-day jump recorded in Southeast Asia to date, while 2,124 new infections were announced. The number of COVID-19 infections has more than tripled to 56,259 since June the 1st, when the government started easing tight restrictions, including allowing public transport, restaurants and malls to open at limited capacities to restart the economy. Indonesia recorded 1,681 new COVID-19 cases on Sunday, raising the country's tally of infections beyond the 75,000 mark. Indonesian government spokesman for COVID-19 said there were 71 more fatalities, bringing the death toll to 3,606 people. He told the daily media conference there are now 75,699 positive cases, with 14,515 patients being monitored. East Java province continues to record the highest positive cases with 16,658, followed by Jakarta. Malaysia's Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin has cleared a major hurdle in Parliament, with lawmakers narrowly approving a motion to remove the lower house speaker in a vote seen as an important parameter of his support. While not officially a confidence vote, Monday's outcome was the first real measure of how much legislative backing Premier Muhyiddin could muster to push through policies and government business. A total of 111 lawmakers supported the Prime Minister's bid to remove Muhammad Arif Yusuf, who was appointed by the previous administration led by Mahathir Mohamad, while 109 voted against the move.